Well, welcome back to Alaska Woodyard, everyone. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Jill.
So we hope everyone's had a good holiday season and New Year.
Good morning. It's been kind of cool outside.
So today we're inside the woodworking shop. As you can see, it's been cold.
It's been very cold.
So windy and 4 above zero with a 20-mile-an-hour wind. I think today is Friday.
Friday morning. Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, the average wind speed was 57.4 miles an hour steady with 85-mile-an-hour gust. And at 10 degrees, Jill does not want to work outside.
Don't figure.
It's been brutally cold. The downfall for us is we should be processing wood. We're getting very low and the wood is drying incredibly fast. The cold, dry air and that wind, we're burning wood that we cut in mid-November, and we're burning it just like it's dry wood. It's amazing how fast it's dried. We just done some tests and filled the stove with it a couple days ago that you saw Joe cut the 20-inch wood day before Christmas. That wood was felled mid-November. We blocked it. She processed it the day before Christmas, and we had a lot of short 14-inch pieces out of that order we threw in our stove. Burns perfect. It didn't blacken the glass, just burns nice. So wood's drying fast, but we can't get out to cut it.
And now, the day before New Year's, we had 3.5 cord leave the yard. They thought they had enough wood to get them through the winter.
4.5 cord.
Okay. And because of the wind, it's just sucking the heat out of their homes.
So like our shop here's spray foam insulation, closed cell. So we're in the shop to now you can't hear any wind outside even though the trees are bending over. No draft at all. Heat's very, very easy. The neighbor's place next door is an older place. Don't know how old it is, fairly old place. Can't keep the heat in the house. The wind just sucks the heat right out and the cold coming in. So they've used a lot of wood. And then, as Jill said, day before New Year's, a regular customer of ours calls and wanted a cord of wood. She goes, I'm in no hurry, but I've got room in my carport to get another cord in. So, and we have colder weather coming up, so I just wanted to give you a heads up. I need some. I said it might be a little while when it warms up because it's only 10 above. I'd like to not just start the truck for one, plug it in for 4 or 5 hours, start it for a short delivery. So she goes, I understand. She goes, when it warms up, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Well, as the day goes on, I'm thinking it's 10 above. I went out and plugged the truck in for an hour, see if it starts. Started right up. Warmed up the tractor. I come back and told Jill, I said, hey, the truck's running. I'm going to deliver that cord of wood. Phone rings. Neighbor wants 2 cord. They're out of wood. She goes, when you're bringing it, bring me 2 cord. I said, I'm going to do it this afternoon because I got the truck warming up now. So I go and load the first load, take off. I forgot we had a regular customer coming way up from Toke, which is 5.5 hours away.
250 miles.
So she's coming by to go into Anchorage shopping. She wants to pick up a half cord of wood. And she told me 2 weeks ago she was coming and I forgot. I said, yep, Jill's in the yard. I'll be right there. So I get back from the delivery. That lady's here. Her and Jill start loading, or Jill starts loading. I help her finish up the load. Load the dump truck, take 2 loads next door. There, 3.5 cord done. Done for the day. Come in, literally just sat in the chair, phone rings. Hey, we bought a wood stove 3 weeks ago and you were recommended you had dry wood. So they told us where they lived and it's about not quite 20 miles.
No, not 20.
On the way to town. And the truck was warm and I said, I'll be there in an hour. They were looking all over Facebook for dry wood and didn't have any luck and nobody delivered them wood. So I said, I'll be there within an hour. So I went right out, loaded up the truck and headed out. Got there just about an hour from the time they called me. And they bought a new wood stove, hadn't burned wood in years. This is a new home. And as many of you know, we lost power about a month ago from the severe wind we've had. and most people were out 3 or 4 days. So a lot of people got reminded about, hey, you know, the wood stove's a pretty nice backup, and you can cook and stay warm at least. So they put the stove in, and I brought them down to dry wood, and they were so thankful. I got a $40 tip. So that was pretty nice. And actually, she let me keep it.
That won't happen often. But one of the things too is that people are really paying attention to the weather right now. I think starting tomorrow, the high is going to be -2 or -3.
That's right here. And then when you get outside of our area right here, even down in Wasilla, it'll be 10 below and still going to have the wind. So
people are actually starting to think ahead.
So a lot more people are, I think, will be into the wood business next year, which brings me up to the next topic. Jill and I were discussing yesterday. She goes, "Are you going to raise the price of the wood?" And earlier this year, I was actually going to. We've been $400 for a full cord for 3 years for dry, $350 for fresh cut. They come here, we load their trailer with fresh cut wood, $350 a cord. $200 for a half cord and $135 for a third cord. So now, finally, here in Alaska, the price of fuel just dropped. It's been, I don't know why it's been so long coming down, and it's expected to come even lower. The oil at $57 a barrel, so it's down $13 from a year ago. So we hope the price would come down. Well, if the price of heating oil, fuel, and diesel fuel, and gas come down, people are going to be heating with that. We can't really raise the price of the firewood because they're not going to buy it. So for us, fortunately, it's not our prime business, but you still have to be fair to the customer. So $400 is the top of the line price here in our area. We are probably the highest price locally. Now, when you go north to Fairbanks, it gets quite a bit higher. And you go where most of our wood goes to Glen Allen, Valdez, Toke, it's $500 to $600 a cord. So we're out of town, and people have to go by our house to get there. To get to Toke or Glen Allen or Valdez, they have to drive by here. There's no other way to go unless they go up to Fairbanks around 12 hours out of their way. So that's how we sell our wood for the most part. And then, like yesterday's or the day before's customer was a referral. So that's basically how our business has been working, a lot of referrals. So we take a full big cord, always a little extra. It's all nice wood, all evenly cut, pretty much evenly split. And some people will say, "Oh, your price is too high." That's okay. It can sit in the yard, it's drying. Somebody else is going to buy it. We don't have to lower the price.
That's money in the bank, isn't it?
Money in the bank. My dad always said, hay in the barn and wood in the woodshed is money in the bank. If you don't sell it this year, you'll sell it next year. So this year, not much snow, so the fly-by-nights, as they're called, that somebody jumps in a pickup truck, goes and sells a half a cord of wood or a pickup load of wood really reasonable, gets a few bucks. They can drive around. There's no snow now, lots of trees down from the wind. They can sell firewood at a lot less price. We've seen it as low as $300 in town. Now, it's not dry birch, but they're still selling wood a lot less. Now, if January comes and we get 3 feet of snow, those guys will be done and we'll be in the wood business. So, but we've had a really good year anyway.
We had a great year.
So, total, we're over 200 cut, split, dry, and about 56 or 67. 67 cord of fresh cut wood. And I thought I had more loads of logs sold, but I was counting into the previous year. So would I have 18 loads?
18.
I thought I had 44, but that was from the summer before too. So anyways, it was 18 loads on the log dog trailer. So we've had a really good year. And we've got 70 cord of full cord in the yard to cut up yet, if I can ever get Jill outside.
That's not going to happen when I see that minus sign.
See this little thing right here? I got her last year for Christmas. That's so she can spin those bowls on her lathe. And we're going to have to get those out today. I promised our viewers we're going to show them the bowls. We got to get them numbered. Maybe we'll have to get that out for the next video here. We get time, but we'll show you some of the bowls anyway. and then we're going to number them. I think she's got 17 done now. And we'll put some numbers on them, and then if somebody did want to buy one, there's a couple of viewers that wanted to buy bowls and have them shipped. So we can get some numbered, and then you can kind of pick them out by number, I guess. And there'll be different prices on them. And you take, let's see, February we go to the gun show.
We're going to a gun show.
So we set up at a local gun show. We have the big one here in February, and Jill will take her bowls and twig pots and her alpaca hats.
Mm-hmm. Quilts.
Quilts. She makes quilts, and they all sell at the show pretty well. So the bowls sold out last year, the first day. The hats this year, if it's like it is now, they'll sell out in minutes. People will come in and see those hats with the windy days, and they'll want those nice hats. So,
So a lot is going on this year, and we've got some plans for our yard, rearranging it, and Jeff is considering making me a little shelter for my processor so I can be working when it's minus.
No, the wind more than the minus. If it's below zero, we won't be processing anyways, but the wind, 10 above out of the wind, for us, it's sweatshirt weather. As long as the wind's not blowing, but that wind, it just goes right through everything. So I've been wanting a shelter, as many of you know, for the processor. A cab, really nice. I don't know how you do it without it. I would not have a tractor without a cab. Working in the construction business all those years, so many years without a cab, and the rain and the cold, and even without heat in the wintertime, just out of that wind is so nice, so much more comfortable. And you could work all day out there processing wood, and I could be in watching The Young and the Restless and some YouTube videos on sawmilling, and
of course you could.
Life would be good.
Until I ran out of wood.
And I could groom my little dog. So we started filming earlier, and Diesel, of course, went nuts, so we had to take him back in the house. He loves the wood shop.
He does. He comes out here. He'd rather spend all day out here in the wood shop than in the house.
He can chew on pieces of wood and bark and run around. He grabs stuff. He gets under Joel's lathe and grabs sawdust and takes off, and he can just play and run around. So he enjoys it. So he's going to be our sawdust hound, and Izzy's the wood hound. Actually, she's a couch hound.
She does like the sofa right now while it's so cold.
And the wood stove. They both stretch out in front of that wood stove. And yeah, in the summertime, Izzy will be outside. She doesn't particularly care for the noise in the shop, and so she'll be out this summer getting a few pounds shed off in her, we hope. And Jill and I were talking about how we're going to stack our wood, or pile it, either what you want to call it. We're going to stack up more of it, probably all of it this year.
A lot of it.
Most of it.
Considering I have to do some more restacking from what we could see from the house. We haven't even been around in the yard to see if there's trees down, what kind of damage is taking place out in the yard with this wind. But apparently I have a couple of piles that have tipped over.
Actually, the wind blew them over, and they're pretty solid piles. And I did drive around the track the other day when I was loading out back, and it actually blew one of my lumber piles apart. I had some lumber stacked out there and stickered. One of them was turned sideways so the wind could get through it. It literally ripped that pile apart. That's how hard the wind blew here. Some strong gust. It snapped a cell tower over in town, which I don't know what kind of wind that takes, but it broke a cell tower right in half.
Coming home last Monday from town, came up to an intersection that's right on this road. Semi-truck laid over on its side.
Whole truck flipped it right over a gust of wind. And so it's been brutal, that's for sure. And even having a cab on the processor, I don't know if we'd have been out too much. It's just so cold. So we're just going to hang out in our shop. And that's the other thing too. We were talking about not so much other channels, but we know other people that buy a lot of stuff just to have, like new chainsaws. My chainsaw I'm using is 22 years old, and it's got quite a bit of use. We have a smaller one that's 12 years old. They still start every day. We use them. No need to go out and buy the new 500. Yeah, I'd like to try one maybe, but I don't think I'd ever buy a 500. I don't want anything electronic. Haven't got a lot of new fancy things. The processor, 2 years ago, brand new, and it paid for itself.
The first year.
First year. Jill done all the math. She's done accounting work most of her life, so she knows the numbers. Last year, we worked January, February, March, pretty much nonstop hauling wood in. And a lot of times I was gone, Jill was processing the wood. That's what paid for this shop we're setting in.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it is.
didn't have to borrow any money. Didn't have to have no fancy dump trailers. Nothing. Just let the people come here and pick it up. That works for us.
Right.
It might not work for everybody, but it works for us. We like to have people come here to the yard, pick it up, and we're not out delivering wood when we could be here working or doing something. So,
Well, and it's almost impossible now for both of us to be gone. Now we'll both go when we have to pick up wood with the log dog, but there's so many people that just stop in that we don't even know is coming. And they want to ask questions. They want to get ready for the following year, for the following winter and stuff. So we're always having people coming and going, which that's fine with us.
yeah, so they say, and we don't know, like New Year's, day before New Year's, we get up in the morning and no orders.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually come out to the shop to work, and it was cold and windy. Didn't expect to sell much wood this time of year anyway. And towards spring, people will run out and usually get some wood, but this time of year, not so much. And I said, the phone rings, and we got an order, 2 orders, 3 orders, 4 orders in an hour. So that's the way sometimes it goes. So it's nice to have somebody here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So while you were making your delivery, I was helping the other one while I'm still stacking because it had to be stacked in her truck if you're going that far. You're loading the truck, the dump truck for another load for another customer. So we're able to help 2 customers at once.
So yeah, it can get pretty hectic, and I'd love to hire somebody to help us around here. And I am motivated to get Jill a new splitter. Comments almost weekly on Jill's splitter.
I did have to use it last week. My bundle wood has gone crazy. So we brought the wood up here to the woodshed, brought the wood splitter, the box store splitter up to the woodshed so I could at least split the wood out of the wind.
We have no snow here.
Well, he did manage to get the snowblower in the garage. We haven't had to use it yet this year, but it is in the garage to do some little touch-ups.
Snowblower. Oh, that's what you use to get that white stuff on the ground.
That's
I forgot.
what it's for, dear.
Yeah, the snowblower's inside. Got to put a chain on it yet. Haven't got it hooked up. Haven't used it really in 2 years.
We haven't even had an inch of snow, have we?
No, I tried to plow an inch out there so we could show them what snow plowing was like in Alaska. So let's grab a couple of them bowls real quick before we put these guys to sleep.
Sure.
And I'm going to take them and show them my new present right here where you're grabbing some of your bowls.
Sure.
So, for Christmas, I got a new SawStop table saw. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with the SawStop. Very safe saw. I absolutely love it. I'm not a woodworker, and I really have never used a table saw too much. But after watching some of the reviews and some of the bigger channels, woodworking channels that have these, I'm very happy that I've got it. It's a nice saw. I did get to pick it out for myself and got to go pick it up. So pretty nice unit. Very excited about that. So here's Jill with some of her bowls.
Now these are some of the ones that I've made this week. So I know you haven't seen these, but this one here I thought turned out pretty cool. This is a burl, a birch burl that I made into something, and I wasn't sure what, and all of a sudden it came to me what I needed to do with it. This is some of that bird's eye.
So this is a burrow. This is my burrow and my bowl, so don't even think about it.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
That was pretty. They turn kind of hard, but
This one here is just a cool little bowl. It's got a little bird's eye in it. Just kind of, then last night I decided to do something just a little bit different. It's for a candle holder.
so we'll put a piece of aluminum foil in that. Just wrap it in the inside so it doesn't burn the candle holder. And what do you got? A couple other nice ones you just done in there too.
I believe.
Let me take them inside there.
Yeah.
I'll take you in Jill's finishing room. So this is her little finishing room.
Yep, this is all of them that are finished right now that I already have products on it, a finish on it. So that turned out pretty nice.
So different types of finish. You put some shellac on some, and then we use
Yeah.
the Minwax water-based polyacrylic. And
Some of times, just depending on the bowl, I will use, let's see here, shellac. I've also used some of the walnut oil. Just kind of whatever I kind of think might work for it. Enhance it. See, and these you saw last week, but they're all totally done. And this one here you saw. Jeff wants this one. He's not getting it though. Otherwise, they'd all be in his space.
so, yeah, then your little grinder here. Get this
Oh
over.
yeah, yep.
She's got the finish on her little grinder.
With the this is cherry, and if you wanted
Birch
to
bottom.
grind,
It's a birch bottom cherry grinder.
yep, just something different. I'm now working in a twig pot that I'll have done this afternoon. These are just little projects that I can whip out in no time. But I've been working on about 2 balls a day.
So these hoodie strings, I take these out of my sweatshirt. Now Jill uses hers because she actually ties her hood down. I don't. So these little things can hang over table saw, joiner, lathe, chainsaw, anything. So if you don't use these, just pull them out. I don't use mine at all, so I just rip them out if I think of it. I just pull them out if I can get them out. Just kind of a safety thing, I guess.
But for me, being here in the shop, I always have my little shirt on here because it keeps some of the sawdust off of me or the shavings off of me.
Well, it's designed for wood turning. That's wood turning.
Right, that's what it's for, but it also keeps everything kind of clean. So I never wear a hoodie or anything with the string on it when I'm at the lathe.
No.
At all. So
Now, how about the processor?
now the processor, I'll be wearing a stringed hoodie.
She forgot how to use that. Don't you kid yourself. That's that white and green machine out in the yard that said Cord King on it. That's
It's called yellow and green.
yellow and green. What color did I say?
White.
Oh, no. No white on it yet. And so we're going to let you go for today, and we'll get some of those bowls numbered up. We promise we'll get that done for you probably next week.
Next
We're
week.
gonna do a video week here for till this weather gets straightened around. We can get outside and get some stuff done.
Yeah.
So from the Alaska Woodyard, we keep the sawdust flying, the wind blowing.
Thanks for coming along.